So looking at C1, question 1A, solving following equations graphically. One of the things we notice about these equations first is that they're both in the form y equals mx plus c. So it becomes very easy to draw onto a graph because that there is my y-intercept. So I can just plot straight onto the y-axis, and this one in here is my slope. So I can use that to work out how many steps up or down, and then how many steps across. So I'm going to do these in two parts. That one there I'm going to call A. That one there I'm going to call B, just so that helps me solve for these two equations. So I've got y equals 3x plus 2. So my slope, m, equals 3, and my y-intercept, c, equals 2. So let's draw that onto our graph, just set up our graph a bit more. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, negative 2, negative 4, negative 8, negative 6, negative 8, 2, 4, 6, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6. That's my x-axis. That is my y-axis. So now to plot on the red one there, we put our dot there at 2. And we're going to go, slope of 3 means you're going to go up 3. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go across 1. So 1 to there. And we put a dot. Now we grab our line. And we want to draw a nice line that joins those two dots together. Nice line drawing those two dots together. Yep, done that. It's nice. See, then we can draw an extra one there. So on this here, let's just tidy it up a little bit. Make it a little bit longer that way. Let's get our properties. Make it slightly thinner. There, put our arrows on it. So that's our red line there. Let's delete those. And let's just get rid of that one. So that's our first line there. So now I'm going to solve for B. So B, y equals x take 2. So again, my slope is going to be equal to 1. And my y-intercept is going to be equal to negative 2. So again, my y-intercept is negative 2. So I'm going to put a dot there. My slope is 1. So I'm going to go up 1 and across 1. So it's going to be that point just there. So now I'm going to draw my line. It's going to match those 2 points up. Choose line. And I go from there and join those 2 dots up. Go down the other end. Make it a bit longer. So that's my graph. Let's trim our properties for this graph. Let's make it the blue. Let's make it a bit narrower. Let's chuck the arrows on the end. Let's get rid of our step marks. And so now we see our 2 lines, and they cross down here at this point. And that point there is negative 2, negative 4. So that's the answer for the first one. Second one, solve for the following simultaneous equations. Again, they're in the form y equals mx plus c. Y equals mx plus c. So y enter, slope. So let's go through these again. I'm going to call that B. Call this A. So let's do A first. So y equals negative 4 x plus 1. So my c equals 1, m equals negative 4. Go to our graph. Let's just put the little bits on our graph. So 2, 4, 6, 8, -2, -4, -6, -8, 2, 4, 6, -2, -4, -6. So drawing our first one on, so c equals 1, so we're going to put that point there at 1. Slope is -4, so I'm going to go, this time I'm going to go down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go across 1. So there we go, there's my dot just there. So that one's drawn in. Now we're going to draw our line. So choose our line, and we're going to put that through there. Our line, just make it a bit longer. Again, go to our properties, change that to a red line, make it a bit thinner, put our arrows on either end. What it is, they fire across all those, and we'll just move our step marks. So that's the first one. So let's look at B. I got y equals 3x take 6. So C equals -6, M equals 3. So we go into our graph here, -6. And so now we're looking at 3. So we're going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and across 1. 1. So this happens to be almost that same dot there that we just drew before. So again, now we draw our line. From that point there, go up. Make sure I go through that other dot. Just make a fraction longer this way. Again, just quickly work on our properties. Let's make it blue. Make it slightly thinner. My arrows on both ends. And we'll just get rid of our step marks. And we now have our two lines intersecting, and they intersect at this point here. And that intersection point is 1, -3. So part C, solve for the following simultaneous equations. Again, they are in the form y equals mx plus c, where c is y-intercept, m is slope. So again, I'm going to go call that B, call that A. So let's start with A. Y equals 2x take 5, so my slope. Let's do y-intercept, I've been doing that first each time. So my y-intercept equals -5, my slope equals 2. So on my graph over here, let's just label it 2, 4, 6, 8, -2, -4, -6, -8. And here we have 2, 4, 6, and -2, 4, -6. X, Y, should label them each time. So now, under my graph, I'm going to go -5 as my intercept, which is just there. And my slope is 2, so I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2, and go across 1. And I'll put my dot just there. So again, I get my line. Draw my line through. Keep it on the graph. Extend it down the other way a little bit. Again, just keeping it on the graph. Go through my properties again. Make it red, make it slightly thinner. Add my two arrows to the either end of my line to show that it is a continuous line. And I'll just take away my step marks here. Delete those. So that's the first one. So the second one, B. Y equals a half x plus 4. So my C is going to be 4, and my slope is going to be 1/2. So again, up here, my y-intercept is going to be 4, so it's there. Now my slope, I'm going to go up 1 and across 2. So I'm going to go up 1 and across 2. So my dot's going to be just there. So again, I get my line out. Join my two dots together. My line down this way. Down there somewhere. Properties again. Make it the blue. Make it a bit thinner. Arrow there. Arrow there. And I got the point there. So now I notice they cross up at this point just here. And if I read off my X value here, it is 6. Read off my Y value, it is 7. So that one there crosses at 6, 7.